Good afternoon and welcome to the next in the series of the Introvert Workshop. It's really great to be here this afternoon on a beautiful sunny afternoon. I'm looking forward to getting outside in the sun a bit later. My name is Brian Johnson and I am the host of these workshops. And really these have come out of my own personal journey after 30 years working in financial services and finding it often a struggle to succeed as an introvert in a world designed by introverts, and finding my way through. I learned a lot through mistakes, and part of what I've been doing over the last few years has been on a different journey and figuring out what I really enjoy doing and where my real strengths are. And now I find myself sharing my experience and helping transform lives of people who just feel stuck and frustrated where they are and just need that gentle nudge to move forward on their life journey and find the success they're looking for. 4 years ago, I could imagine I'd be sitting here talking to you. And I hope you can look forward 4 years to imagine yourself in a different place from where you are now. And so today's broad subject is really making your voice heard at work. And it's really about who hears you. And something that was really brought home to me yesterday when I was attending a team meeting for some other work I do as a money coach, and it's really looking at how we engage and meeting actually for the first time all the other people who work for them, mostly on a self-employed basis, just meeting a big group of people, a noisy group of what seemed to me to be all extroverts here. So, ooh, this is an environment I haven't been in for a while. And I was really aware of what I was feeling and those sense of overwhelm you can be when you're suddenly surrounded by lots of people, and being an introvert and not really enjoying all the small talk and consciously put the effort in to build the relationships. And it's really about, again, figuring out who I wanted to speak to and who I want to hear my voice. Who are the important people? Now, I could look around the room and see the extroverts loving meeting and chatting to everybody. And yet I was going, well, do I really want to do that? And the answer is no. And it's having the confidence to know who I want to hear my voice and not seeing my own approach as negative to anyone else's. So it's really thinking about, how do you know what other people think of you? And how do you feel when compared to other colleagues? It's really worth starting to think about that. And really thinking about that, I mean, what is it that you want to achieve by being noticed and heard at work? What is it? What will be different from where you are now? We're looking for the really positive, constructive ways of thinking about this. What will it mean to feel heard and appreciated? Who will be treating you differently? Who will be talking to you differently? Who you will be engaging with, and what will look different? It's often worth just taking some time to really create a strong image of that, creating a strong picture for colours and sounds, even smells, and just noticing, actually, in that world, this is what I'm experiencing. For me, it's often about closing the eyes and just slowly bringing that image up and noticing the conversations, the hands shaking, the facial expressions, the words spoken, about the location inside and outside, the warmth of the sun tucked away somewhere, and really getting the feeling of being at peace and happy. And that is where you want to be. Noticing how you can describe that in a positive sense. And I want to be in a position where I feel comfortable that people are open to asking me questions and talking to me and take a real interest in what I am doing. And this is really an area I think about having that goal. I think it really was thinking about yesterday. Having that goal was really where I was aiming for. Knowing how you're there is very important. What difference it will make? What difference will it make to you first thing in the morning when you know you've achieved this goal? What thing will make to you at the end of the day, a busy day, how will you be feeling different? What will happen? Are you coming home from work with a smile on your face? Are you confidently picking up the phone to talk to people? How nervous do you feel about asking the questions? And what is really different? Knowing how you want to be is the most important step to starting to achieve a change. You don't know your destination, you can't plan the journey to it. This is a really important point. Being clear on the positive outcome you're aiming for. And being able to generate a strong image, visualization of what that looks like. Being able to describe it, being able to create sounds, pictures that are generated with that when you get there. When I get there, this is what is going to be happening. Taking little time can really help you explore. And having the end in mind, we can then really step back and think, what does others want from you? One of the greatest skills we can master is being able to objectively see the world through others' eyes, and to think about the people you want a different relationship, work colleagues, your boss, whoever, and just look from their point of view at what they see, experience when they come across you. Jot down the sort of 4 or 5 top words that come to mind. And that really gives you a start point. And then notice what they do different to you. Notice those different words. Notice what they do different from what you do. Notice how differently you would describe them, what you want from them. Notice the similarities we have in common. Is a good start. Notice where the differences are. Notice how they're big or small. Just notice the areas you could change. Knowing what others want from you is very important. Knowing what you want from them is an important step too. We're looking at what it is they want from you, how they see you. Notice those words. And as you've written down those words, just think about what you can do against each of those written down. You don't make polite conversation with them. You don't say good morning and start the day, goodbye in the evening. have any engagement with them at all, think about how that makes them feel. Think about the small changes you could make. A smile, hello, goodbye, coffee. Any one of 100 small steps you could do. And often, the starting point is to create a list. What are your options? What is others want from you? What could I do different to change my approach? List, an option list is a great point. What can I do differently? It can be the tiniest small step. Smile. Say hello. Ask them if they want a coffee. A drink. It's not about becoming them and the smiles and energy and high and draining yours away, giving your energy away to them. It's about finding ways to engage more on their terms, so it's not drain you, not transfer your energy to them. Just noticing what you can do differently, just to change how they interact with you. What's this got to do with the big picture? When you look at the big picture, you can step back and see amazing images. The closer you move, you then notice the images within the images. Notice the different things. The closer you get, the more brushstrokes you see. So for touches of paint, you see it in a picture, in a portrait. What looked at a distance be one uniform shape. When you get close, can break up into multiple different states. And that's about saying about relationship. You've got the big picture of where you want to be, and the small picture is, oh, I change that small piece in the middle, something I wanted to do. Where does that lead? And does that help me change what's next to it? Life is always a journey, and it's never about the speed you move at, it's about the consistency of movement. It's really weird if someone comes in one day and is a completely different person. Is that something you can maintain? Oh, right, I'm going to be the ideal person that they want tomorrow. Can you maintain that day in, day out? Is it maintainable? Was it easier today? Today, I had 6 options in front of us. Each day, I'm aiming to do at least one of those. What kind of time of day you're going to do them? When is it best for you to make that small change? A small dab of paint, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, at a certain time during the day. It's really thinking about those changes, what is different. It's what the size of your stroke will change, depends on what you feel you can maintain. Everybody sprints the marathon. Vary their pace depending how they're feeling, and they get into rhythm. But generating steady rhythm of change is maintainable. Yeah, I know where the goal is. Every day you're moving a step forward. It becomes a habit. Theories on how many days you need to repeat something different habit. That's 30 days, 90 days. All that is saying is be consistent. Consistently apply the small changes. Notice the successes. Notice what is working. Notice what isn't. Notice what needs to change. And continue the journey. Your list. Notice your list changing. Notice things you want to add on to it. Notice things you want to cross off it. And be different. Be you. Be unique. because you can become the person you want to be in the world. It's a choice that you make. You can change. You can notice the impact of your actions. The most important thing is to be self-aware of what you're doing, how it's impacting others. And sometimes that's a mind-blowing experience just to go through that. And it's something I love to work with people on. And it's really thinking about what changes you can make. What have you learned? Are you willing to change? What are you going to do? What food for thoughts do you have? What has helped? What hasn't? Me, success from these workshops is people who listen to it making one small change tomorrow, the day after, moving forward. And I work with people, it's great to see them moving forward slowly, step by step, towards where they want to be. It's great to see the difference and the transformation, exploring different areas to help them get to where they want to be. It's really powerful to see what you can learn, if you're willing to apply yourself and change. Thanks for your time today. It's been really great to share. The introvert, I don't talk hours and hours. I just love to share something quickly on lunchtime, give you food for thought. Whether you just listen or whether you watch, you give me some feedback. I really love to know. You can email at brian@brianpauljohnson.com or just send me a message on LinkedIn. Just let me know what you think, and if you want to know more, just contact me. I'm always happy to jump on a call. Enjoy the beautiful sun today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.